weren't expecting such fine company. Come on in. My name's Dawson, I play guitar in Bury Tomorrow, and we are out here in North America doing a co-headline tour with While She Sleeps, promoting our new record, Will You Haunt Me With That Same Patience. We're going to give you a tour of our bus, our living quarters, where we hang, just generally live our lives, our mundane, quiet English lives. So yeah, up in the driver's lounge, this is where our hero, Chris, does a lot of driving, thriving, and ensuring that we're surviving at all times. He's got his goods up here. We've got a bag of voodoo donuts. I mean, it'll be a miracle if they survive the next hour. We'll see. Sorry, Chris, if I eat them in advance. And he loves to keep a clean ear. I mean, who doesn't? You need to be very aware of your surroundings, and we've got to ensure that, you know, we are staying alive. Staying alive. And here we are in our living quarters, where our drummer Adam sits in comfort.
Hello.
And our guitarist Edward here lays with his D-puff eye. Ed does have a tendency to...
I wish I could say that these were mine, but they're not. They're actually our fearless leader, Daniel's, because to keep his eyes high, infused with real petals.
Ensuring that his eyes are on the crowd for every moshing moment during the set. We're watching something that does consist of a lot of swearing. I don't recognise what we're watching, but can we contest that it's good?
I think you should leave, and it's fucking great.
Well, there we go. So 2 TVs. This one is begging for life at the moment, whereas this one gets a lot of the attention. Usually, it seems that we have a Wipeout channel. So yesterday we watched Irish Wipeout, the UK one, the American one, the Canadian one. I don't know what's left to do.
The cool thing is that we do actually have TV. It's not just Wi-Fi, so it's like you can just flick through channels. But there's like a fail blog channel which just plays fails like constantly, which is mental to me. Yeah, the same with Wipeout, which is the UK Wipeout as well.
Yeah, Wipeout was on for like 12 hours straight on that TV yesterday.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, and yesterday was a very dreary day in Columbus, Ohio, so we made the most of, you know, just heartwarming, comforting, challenging TV. So, in general, we like to try and keep a handle on where we're putting things. So, we've got the protein bottles that live up here, along with our microwave, which does... That's not been getting a lot of attention this tour. Now, usually, we're a very Hot Pocket style band, but not this time. It's all about the pro and the team. So then we've got some protein items in here. I'm not too sure what's going on with all the Oreos. You know, we're trying to keep a healthy goings on here. So as you can see, we've got a lot of isolate. We've got some creatine up in there. Everyone's trying to be good boys, apart from, I think this might be Nick's quarters down here. That guy loves a fucking donut hole. Coffee cups, which run out frequently. We've got more lids than we do cups, but we've got a lot of empties now because we fly through coffee. And whilst in Canada, you got to pick up the Timmy H. Shout out Timothy. And down here we've got my personal stash. I did apologise as I needed a space. We like to keep things organised. So what have I got in my stash? Well, protein cereal. I've got some cheddar popcorn. And then I've got some protein powder here, which, to be fair, I wish I read the macros before it, because I might as well have 3 cookies as well. That's not the best. I picked up Bob Mould's new record. I got this at Records Per Minute in, I think it was yesterday.
Columbus.
Honestly, all the days blur into one. And then I got some Closemore records and some of these delicious bagel thins. But the main shout out has to go to my man David. You are saving my life on a daily basis. I can count on you, David, for reliable macros, a satiating taste, and obviously a complete feeling, knowing that I'm full of your protein. So, thank you, my man, David. Let's have a see. So, we got, a couple of boot drawers. So these belong to Nick, our lighting guy. These belong to our fearless leader, Daniel.
These are handy though, because in Europe, on European buses, in the lounges, you don't have any storage under the seats. So we end up having stuff everywhere because it's a bit of a nightmare to put like personal stuff. But this is really cool. In American buses, you have like under the seats, loads of storage, so we get to keep our stuff out of the way.
Yeah, we just got options, infinite options. And again, sparkling water, sugar-free Red Bull, Doc Martens boots. You'd think we're a bunch of goths, wouldn't you? but we're not. Take a look in here. This bunch of frat boys that we think we are. We got some 10% beers. Now, the thing is with America, we all like having a beer to unwind, but I do not want my head blowing off with a 10% beer as soon as I get off stage. Have a word with yourselves. Session out. So we've got some Red Bull here, because obviously we're due to put on an energetic performance in Chicago tonight. And we also have protein to keep us satiated, as I did mention earlier. No David in the fridge though. David's chilled enough in the freezer. The Hot Pockets belong to our guitar tech. He's a piece of shit and smells of meat. And he's not really a piece of shit, but he does smell of meat. And yeah, we got some frozen fruit. I like to bang some of them in my yogurt. And that's pretty much all we got going on for now. We need another Walmart stop. Here we've got the room in which we piss, and only piss. As yeah, it smells so bad in here as well. It smells like nosebleed. Whatever disinfectant we got going on, it's not the one. We do have a shower and we can use it, but we must not abuse it, as we don't want a leaky room. Dan did have a cold shower previously. Said he's challenging his inner Wim Hof.
Usually Jaden sits here quite often, I'd say, doesn't he? Like, Jaden's our tour manager and he's doing all his fucking nerdy Excel shit here, telling us how much merch we made, how close we are to being in the red every day.
How much money we didn't make.
Yeah, and all that shit. But yeah, people don't really fight over it, I don't think. Tom's usually got the back one, which you'll see in a minute, I'm sure. Is he back there? I think he is.
Yeah, we got a bit of a station at the back.
He is indeed.
Yeah.
Bit of a recording station.
Yeah, luckily we've got two of these, which is cool. So.
It's nice to just hang down here. Like, I've caught up on some of my UFC here, just have a beer after the show, just chill out, have a bowl of popcorn, whatever. It's
Nice
to
noting
watch.
as well that we did tidy the bus quite substantially before you arrived. So
No, it didn't.
it is usually quite a lot worse. It's not like necessarily messy, but there's like bags like everywhere, obviously. So we've just kind of like
Shoes.
yeah.
Stray shoes.
To be fair, there is storage that we're not using, so I think it's just a case of when people, especially when everyone's on the bus, because right now a few people are in the venue and stuff, so it does get a bit cramped. But American buses compared to UK buses are way better, in my opinion.
Yes, but
This bit also opens out, so this bit
Yeah.
that you're in here, this extends from here, so you press a button in the front, and this opens up about this much wider.
Yeah.
So we have all this floor space. We can't open it today because we're on the road, so it goes out into the road and it's dangerous.
yeah, if we did, we'd get a car through the window. But that is what I was going to say too. It's worth noting that, like, once we have more space, it just, you know, opens up for a lot more freedom, a lot more bravery, and we are in the USA, and that's what everyone needs more of.
Yeah.
So into the bunks. Let me show you my bunk. And the bed was made before you invade. I like to just keep, you know, daily essentials. Got my toothbrush and some toothpaste, some sunglasses. Wear them inside sometimes if I'm feeling like a rock star. You've got to put your name on everything. Bit of deodorant that I brought from Canada because I can't be doing with roll-on. This is what my wife calls a pool boy bag. And in said pool boy bag, I have my camcorder, which I like to film everything every day on, or most things. A charger, she'd be very proud of me. And then of course, we are in Chicago, so I stopped by the Black Hawk store. Hopefully we have a better season. It's probably not going to happen, eh? But, you know, if you want proof that they did win the Stanley Cup 6 times, I got it on this cap. So yeah, God bless the Chicago Blackhawks. And God bless CM Punk while we're at it as well. So I've gone for the top this time because the function has been disabled, but the bunks, they shrink down. So essentially you could have 2 bunks, you could have 3. The bottom one, I felt incredibly claustrophobic when I was aware of this mechanism, so I thought I'll go up top. And actually I am getting better sleep than I have on any tour ever. This is our guitar tech and stage manager, and general runs everything who smells of meat, Chris. And he has some gel corn removers. He likes to snack on them before he goes to bed. We're a big comfort band, so obviously that's dirty, but we've got slides. We all like to lounge around here. Now in Europe, this would usually be my bunk, but right now it's filled with Bucky's memorabilia by our tour manager Jade, and that boy knows how to live. And then here we are in the back lounge.
Howdy.
Yo.
Tom is forever working back here. He got his perfect station here with some speakers.
Writing a new album.
So we're sorted there. We're out here promoting one. We're already writing another.
Writing the next one.
This is our bass player Dav, who you'll usually find back here working on his own projects as well. But this is a pretty much a quiet working room. But in the evenings, we tend to just loiter around.
It becomes the movie room
We've
in
got
the evening.
we've got some more space here. I've got my laptop in there and a few pairs of shoes, a few pairs of clean socks. Don't know what we've got going on here. Yeah, just some more clothes.
And then
Keep
in
it
here
in
is
there.
our general, like, fuck it and chuck it.
Yeah, that's where all the big bags lives. We've got the backpacks in there, we've got some clothes hung up.
Gym gear.
Yeah, and pretty much everything. Another TV here.
I've been watching Shrek videos. It's just turned to a Tim Allen video, but other than that I was watching some Shrek videos, which is how I like to pass the time.
Yeah. This feels like a very cosy room, and it's nice when there's a few of us in here just chilling. John usually works here editing photos after the show as well. So yeah, it's a nice little productive room, nice and cosy.
Yeah, so yeah, like Dor said, we've started writing for the next record now. KRK sorted us out with some little go-orgs, which is sick. So thank you, KRK, legends. I want to try and steal them, take them back to UK, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough space. Yeah, got all these headphones, which are like the best things I've ever used. They're insane. They're the only headphones I've ever been able to mix on. And yeah, and just messing about with some stuff in Logic at the minute to get some more tunes out so we can come back to America many more times.
Because Lord knows we'll love touring the States.
Did you show them Ed's disco bunk?
Ed
Oh,
has
yeah.
a disco bunk, and I think Edward.
Edward, come and show your disco bunk.
Check out the disco bunk. So I got this from Walmart, and it does this, basically. Also, did you talk about the crusher?
I did. Can you show?
Let's show the crusher. I think I have to unplug now to charge it.
Yeah, do unplug my stuff.
I've never seen this before. I think this is pretty mental.
And this
So-
is why I didn't take the bottom bunk.
It actually, so there, mine, I get way more space on mine. Dav gets way more space on his. The only caveat is that someone at the bottom has to get crushed to death.
Someone has to
But
die.
but me and Dav get a bit more space, so depending on who it is, I think it's worth it. That's our driver Chris's bunk. He's now dead.
So we're stuck. We're in Chicago for the whole tour.
Ed, tell them about what you did to our guitar tech the first day.
Oh yeah, on the first day, when I first got in here and I realised it did that, because I was like, what's this button? I thought it was the light, and it was like, what the fuck? So then Chris, our guitar tech Chris, got on the bus, and I told him to lie down there, and what did we say though? We said that was the disco bunk.
You called it a party bunk.
Party bunk. He's like, lie in it and see what happens, and I started pushing it down like that, and he panicked like nothing on earth. Understandably, to be honest, because yeah. But it's cool. But what we realised, what was it that we didn't like about it? Oh yeah, this is the curtain. Doesn't.
You ain't get more space.
So me and Dav
but
went,
like a
because
privacy.
obviously Chris is driving, so if we're doing an overnight drive, he's not in his bunk, so we can do this if we want to. This is the only bunk we can do it on, but we did it one night and we didn't really like it, did we?
So there you go. One man's death is another man's comfort. And that's why I don't have the fucking bottom bunk. It's been a pleasure to have your company on board the old Boss Berry Tomorrow. We're having a great time out here in the United States right now promoting our new album, Will You Haunt Me With That Same Patience. We've got some in-stores going on in the UK and Europe, and then we're out for an arena run with Electric Callboy for the whole of November into January. So yeah, thank you again for your support, trust, we love you. We'll see you back in the States very soon. But now it's time for you to leave, as I must order a Pequod's pizza. And I will see you later.